Today I want to demonstrate how I've been making this snippet roll. I showed you a snippet roll that I made a couple years ago, and I think I used Nick the Booksmith's method, where she laid down all the fabric, sewed, cut it up, and stitched it together kind of thing. This I'm doing a lot different. I'm not going to say it's a little different. I'm going to say it's a lot different. Hold on, I gotta move my cord or it's going to impede. So this one I've done a lot of work on. And I'm just putting the final touches on it. So I'll give you the basics first. So I have this strip of fabric. It's about 1.5 inches, just about 1.5 inches. This is cotton, 100% cotton. I believe this is Kona cotton, so that's a brand name of quilting cotton. So here I have a bowl of random cut-offs of lace and some textiles, what have you. Going to lay this piece of paper here. So I have a glue gun, a glue stick, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there and make sure I'm right side up, and just cover it up. And I'll just keep continuing to add pieces, overlapping them slightly. And this will all dry clear. So they can be hunks of trim. This is a piece from a handkerchief. And I have lots of little bits and pieces. So I'm sticking mainly to, well, I shouldn't say mainly, I totally am sticking to neutral whites, ivories. But no rhyme or reason, I'm just plunking them down here. So this is kind of a mindless task you can do while you're watching TV. Speaking of TV, what's everybody watching? There is nothing on I want to see. This one's going to be a little short, so I'm going to add this extra bit here. And that's okay to have that. Except it didn't stick. My supervisor, we were talking today, and she said she's been watching Killing Eve. But I forgot to ask her what streaming service that's on. I just want to get a different color. Got a lot of white right now. So I'll have to text her later and find out. It has Sandra Oh in it, who was Christine in Grey's Anatomy. And it doesn't have to be lacy lace. It can be like this is eyelet. It's a piece of eyelet there too. Again, that's a bit of a short piece. I don't think. So you kind of get the idea there, right? So I'm just going to switch back to this one. So on this one, I've added little crochet motifs that have been cut from a doily. This has been cut from a doily. This is some seam binding that I just sort of folded back and forth and then stitched down with a button, and it continues here. I went over it with this piece of crochet cut from a doily. This is some more of that seam binding, and again I've just stitched it down in a ruffle sort of a thing. This is cut from some bridal lace. This is some eyelet that I just did a running stitch and pulled it tight to make this little flower kind of shape. Put a button on it. Some more of the seam binding. Yeah, and just continued finding, you know, little bits and pieces. And so up at this end it's getting naked, so we need to do some more work down here. So this is a piece of bridal lace applique. So I'm just gonna cut a chunk away. And then find a nice place for it. I think that's a good place. And again, this would be a great sitting in front of the TV kind of task. So I could glue this down. But I just feel more secure with some stitches. So I'm just tacking it down really. And just using ordinary white thread. One strand is fine. You know, trying to keep the stitches hidden. And I keep them hidden by keeping them small. In some places it might be a little harder to stitch down if there's multiple layers of lace there, because you've got multiple layers of lace and multiple layers of glue. After I finish stitching down one item, like one button, one lace applique, one crochet motif, I knot the thread and cut it, because I'm going to eventually cut this up, and I don't want pieces falling off because the threads come unraveled. You know what I mean? So just secure it down and then move on. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's Thursday night as I record this. I was at the office today and tired. Oh my gosh, I had a terrible night. I fell asleep, I want to say right around 10, and I slept hard. I was out cold. I'm surprised I didn't suck ceiling tiles down my throat. And I woke up at 3 and made a quick run to the bathroom. And I was still half asleep, like, kind of woozy. So I tripped my way back to bed, closed the door, and Doug says, "Where's my coffee?" I said, "Doug, it's only 3 o'clock in the morning." "Oh." So I get into bed, get comfortable, cover up, and the next thing I hear is thump thump, meow. Kitty got in the bedroom. And Kitty isn't a restful kitty. When he comes to the bedroom, he wants to play, he wants to bite, he wants pets, he wants to rub his snotty face on your snotty face. He is not a pleasant bedmate. So I had to get back out of bed, wrangle him, because of course he doesn't want to leave either. These might flip up. So I laid there from 3 until 6 and watched the clock. And I should have just got up. But I kept thinking, oh, if I lay here, I'll drift off. Or if I just lay here, a rest is as good as a sleep. I should have got up. So I got up at 6, got Doug his coffee, because now it was a human being hour. And then I went to work early. And there was actually 7 of us in the office today, which is unusual. It's a pretty high number. 4, maybe 5, but 7, whoa. Maybe I'll put a button down first while I've got this little bit of thread. Look at this oldie but goodie. I can't use it. I gotta have to keep it. It's too big. So about 11 o'clock, my supervisor comes to my office. "Where are we going for lunch?" I said, "We're not." "Yes, we are." So she named a couple of restaurants. I said, "Fine, we'll go." Where I chose was a place called the Whale and Ale. So it's like a pub. Like you can count on getting British menu items, but they have other stuff too. But if you want toad in the hole and Bangers and mash. That's where you're going to find them. So, away we went. And that is the first time in over 2 years that staff from our office have gone out for a meal together. And it was nice. So I had the special was, well, they have a special, a soup, salad, or sandwich. You pick 2 of the 3. So I had the soup. It was a lentil vegetable. Was it ever good? And the sandwich was a corned beef, and it had pickles and coleslaw and all kinds of stuff on it. So I managed to eat half of that. I brought the other half home for my supper. It was really good. Oh yeah, I gotta change the thread. So I told you about meeting my son's lady friend a couple weeks, 2 weeks ago, I guess it was. But I forgot to mention he went out to meet her parents on the weekend. They went out for breakfast. They went to the same restaurant as we did. And I said, well, how'd that go? Well, fine. You know me. I'm always good with moms. I said, that's true. Everybody's mom likes you. You're the responsible one. So that's good. I'm getting excited about Easter coming because my daughter-in-law is coming for a visit. So we'll have a good time together. We always do. She's got a great sense of humor. She puts up with my son, so she has to. And her and Doug get along like gangbusters, too. They're just a hoot. Just a hoot. So I'm very grateful to have such a daughter-in-law. I told her there was a no return policy. I've had a couple of dull days. Yesterday when I went to the office, we had freezing rain. And it was pretty misty, rainy, splishy, splashy, drizzly all day. Today was dark, overcast, but it was warmer. It was about 9 degrees, so I think I want to say that's 48. That's okay. Hot days are coming. We didn't want to turn the heat back on in the office yesterday. So I went to Jordan's office to ask him a question, and he's sitting there in his coat. I said, "Are you cold?" "Yes." I dressed a little more warmly yesterday because I was on the chilly side too. So the office manager said, "How are you for warmth today?" And I said, "I got a sweater. Leave it alone." So 2 staff that had been in our office, they moved. They don't work for us, but they work for our funder. So they are legal aid staff members. So they moved out of their offices in our office. We were co-located, and took offices at the courthouse. So they were in yesterday cleaning out their offices. And I got some great stuff. Do you want these file folders? Heck yeah. Do you want these? Yep. You want these envelopes? Sure do. So I made out like a bandit. I think I'll add another little button here. I think I'll go with something a little smaller. So, I even got markers and pens and all kinds of goodies. And a super cool stapler that staples up to 120 sheets of paper. And binders. Oh my gosh, I came home with a banker's box full of binders, and 4 of them were identical. They were big 3-inch blue binders. So 4 of them were identical, and 3 of those 4 were never used. They were brand new. But I said to the one gal, Kate, I said, if you got any more binders, she says, do you want me to empty these? And I went, yeah. So I think I got 8 or 9 binders. So I'm going to be able to switch over some of my stuff, some of my ephemera holders, so that they're in matchy binders. Because I have like 7 different binders. And that way I can put, smaller stuff in one, and letters in one, documents in one, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I was working on this on Sunday. It was Sunday. Just enjoying myself, having a lovely time. Couple interesting bits there. Little leaves. This one has a little rhinestone in it. Ooh, I like that. Just never know what's down in here. I stopped at a thrift store I haven't been to probably months, and I drive by it almost every day. But they have weird hours, and they're not open Saturdays, and they're not open Mondays. So, and Mondays is usually my thrifty day, because my favorite thrift stores, that's when the color change happens. The new tag is announced. Well, not announced, because I mean, it's a rotation. We know what color is going to be next. So yeah, look at that. Isn't that cute? I'm not sure if you can... Yeah, I guess I'm in camera, aren't I? I think I like them that way better. So what did I get? I got an old nursing dictionary. I wish I still had my nursing dictionary. We didn't call it a dictionary. It was our Miller Keene. Miller Keene. So if you'll look that up in your Miller Keene. But I gave it to somebody when they were in nursing school, and they never returned it. Anyway, that was in the olden days. We still wore caps back then. That's how old that was. Nurses didn't wear scrubs. We wore white dresses. And my grandmother used to press them for me. She'd get out the old starch, and I used to pay her. I can't remember. I want to say I paid her $1.50 a dress. And I had to have a clean uniform every day, clearly. So those were the days. We trained in the hospital. So from 7 to 1, we were on the floor. And then from 1 till 3, we were in the classrooms upstairs. Very relaxing. Of course, I was a child. Was I 19 or 20 when I graduated? I was 20. I was 20. This needs something, because this is just flip-flopping. Maybe I'll just stitch it down and then come back in with something. Oh, I know what I got. That button is unfortunate. Might have to make some snippets to go with this. It's something I haven't made for a long time. Little lace clusters, lace and buttons. We've hired a new paralegal. She starts next, the 11th of April. And the supervisor wants me to train her, bring her up in the way I see fit. I'm sure I'll be an amazing mentor. Jordan's excited because she's younger than him. She's only 24, so he won't be the baby anymore. They took the same major in the same university, but she was 2 years behind him, I think. Maybe 3. Still unfortunate. And I really like that. I kind of like the flippy floppy petals on this. Maybe I'll just put a button in the center of it. Gotta tie a knot first. This one might be too big. There's a shell. Yeah, I think I'll leave those petals all flippy floppy. Oop. So I think you can see what I got going on here. Probably not much point carrying on. Ugh. I'm gonna have to grab some more stuff. I need more choices here. Maybe I could just cut that piece off. Maybe. Anyway. Oh, this I actually wrapped. This is from a piece of, I think it was a napkin or something. So I wrapped it around because I didn't want this edge to be loose. Yeah, so I hope that's given you some ideas to use up your scraps and, you know, just relax and no muss, no fuss. And what I appreciate is being able to use up these little pretties that I can't resist saving because they're just too gorgeous. Anyway, so we'll talk to you again soon. How about that? Take care.